Hello traders, hope you're doing well. Welcome to my video on the dynamic support and resistance indicator, where I'm going to show you a simple strategy that you can use to capture moves such as this one for around 600 pips. I'm using the MT4 MetaTrader 4 trading platform. You can apply this strategy to any trading platform. Okay, I've got the pound dollar 1 hour chart open here. You can use this strategy on any trading instrument, so Forex, stocks, commodities, cryptos, indices, etc. And any chart time frame. Personally, I like the higher chart time frames, such as the 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly, and monthly, primarily due to the fact that they contain more price data and therefore signals tend to be more reliable when it comes to support and resistance. Okay, so first thing we need to do is we need the dynamic support and resistance indicator. I'm using Barry, the classic Barry support and resistance indicator. If you just do a quick search for Barry support and resistance, MT4, MT5, or whatever trading platform you're using, you'll find it. Okay, and then you just attach it to your charts and it will show these levels here, blue being support, red being resistance. What we're going to look for is a trend. We're going to trade only in the direction of the trend, and we're going to trade on a breakout of the resistance. I'm going to go through the positives and the negatives of using a support and resistance dynamic indicator and give you some alternative options as well, so stick around. Support there, well, you can see there, force of habit, I've just manually drawn the support, but that is the area of support. We want to trade in the direction of the trend. Simple trend line marking the higher lows will show us that the market is trending upwards. You can, of course, plonk a moving average on your chart if you want to, but just by eyeballing the chart there, you can see the market is moving up. So we're only going to take long trades. We're only going to buy. Okay, and then we just hone in here. Okay, and where are we going to buy? So we're going to buy on a breakout of the resistance. Okay, let's just find an instance of that. So you want to pull back first. Here you have a pullback. See that? Resistance, pullback, and a breakout. So that's a trade there. Okay, then you get a pullback here. Quite a significant pullback. So the resistance is more of this one. This is the thing with technical indicators. They're really open to, they can be lagging. Okay, they can be repainting some of them as well. But for me, in this instance here, what I would do is I would just be drawing my resistance like this, okay? Whereas the indicator is dynamically changing. And the problem with that is it can give a lot of false signals, okay? So it's not black and white. There is no indicator out there that's, you know, some magical buy, sell, win every time indicator. But, you know, you do need some common sense as well. And you can see that this resistance, you don't really want to buy into this resistance. Of course you can, and I mean, you may fine tune your entry. If we just zoom in a bit closer here, let's just see how this played out. So you could have waited for the pullback here, okay, and then traded perhaps this breakout of this resistance here. Okay, once you've seen this nice consolidation in this area. Okay, but then you needed to be cautious of this resistance up here. So probably the safe bet in this scenario, if we hadn't have entered here and been in this position, would have waited for a breakout really of this resistance. And then once we get that, and then we're in a clear uptrend, the market's making these higher lows here. Okay, then we can look for, okay, a nice breakout trade there above resistance, nice breakout trade there above resistance, there, okay, there, and you do get them. However, I personally don't feel like anything can beat drawing your own resistance. For example, once I see this breakout here of this line in this pullback, I'm just going to draw my resistance there manually. Simple, especially on the higher term chart time frames. Doesn't take much effort, you know. I mean, I'm going to argue resistance there, and I think that's backed up by the fact this line then becomes support here. Okay. Same here. This is my resistance. I mean, the indicator does practically agree with that one, to be fair. But I think it's when we're going over sort of a longer term manually, I just feel like you can draw it slightly better. But again, that's pretty accurate. I mean, the dynamic resistance is more or less the same. The key here is just finding the trend. This is the most important thing. If you take anything from this video, it's finding the trend and trading in the direction of the trend, and then timing the entry on a breakout. So either breakout resistance for an uptrend or breakout support in a downtrend. Where you find your support and resistance, whether you're using an indicator or you're manually drawing it, is up to you. Personally, I would much prefer to manually draw it. Okay, I think it leaves too much to interpretation otherwise, but each to their own. You do what works for you. For instance, in here, this indicator shows resistance there, resistance there, resistance there, resistance there, which are all fine. But I just much rather draw my own resistance based on what I feel is the right place to put the resistance, and then trade a breakout of that. Of course, as the trend has been going on for a while, you don't want to risk buying too high. Okay, big breakout there, strong resistance there and there. You don't want to buy too high. Ideally, you want to get in at the start of a trend as early as possible and ride the trend. So if we take this breakout trade here, stop loss just below low, so only around 10 pips, which is really tight for the 1 hour chart time frame, and a profit potential of almost 400 pips. You can use a break even once price moves in your favor to lock in the trade, and then use a trailing stop below the lows all the way up. There, just to lock in profit if price does turn around. We've got a substantial profit, and we can maximize a good trend once we catch one. That way we can afford to take a few losses, 10, 20 pips here and there, knowing that when we do catch a big breakout trade into the trend, we're going to make back those losses and then some more on top. Last thing I'd want to do is exit prematurely, see price shoot up here for 40 pips, get excited. Okay, we've had a good 40 pip trade. Close the position, you're just leaving way too much on the table. You can, of course, re-enter, but the more you re-enter, the higher chance you have of being wrong. Okay, so that's in a bullish market. In a bearish market, principle's the same. We can see the strong resistance level here. Market is falling down, making lower highs. And again, you can either use the dynamic indicator and just look at these support levels this time, break out of a support level, break out of a support level. But then you do need to use some initiative. For example, once you see a breakout support level here, you need to be cautious that there's actually support back here. Same scenario we had in the bullish example we previously looked at. So to mitigate that, as I say, what I would do is I just manually draw my support like that. You can see that way we have more control, and we can just trade on a breakout of that support level there. Okay, and then as price continues to fall, there are other opportunities, but the market starts to get choppy around here. So probably want to stay out of trouble when you see stuff like this, unless you're range trading. Perhaps you're buying tops and bottoms with a stochastic oscillator. I don't really think the dynamic support and resistance indicator will be fantastic in that use, in my humble opinion. I'd much rather be looking for an obvious trend like this one. Once I see that there's an obvious trend, okay, just keep an eye on the support levels. There you go. And just trade a breakout of support in a downwards trend. Stop loss above the high, so around 20 odd pips. And then you can move stop loss to break even as price drops. Use a trading stop above recent highs and lock in the profit, and a good 300 pip ish size trade there as well. So with this indicator, I'm just trading breakouts in line with the trend, having good discipline, having a trading plan and sticking to it, not having a fixed take profit because I want to take as much out of the market as possible. Stop loss above a recent high or a recent low. So this breakout, stop loss just above this high here, 20 pips. And another good trade for over 300 pips in this instance. Again. Okay, so make sure you've got good trading discipline. Don't let negative emotions, fear, anger, and greed cloud your judgment. Don't revenge trade. Don't get FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, don't overtrade. So many instruments and timeframes you can choose from. There's no need to force a trade that isn't there. Just look for good trends and trade breakouts, whether you're manually drawing them or using the indicators such as this Barry support and resistance indicator to help you determine your entry points. Do appreciate you watching. If you can like and subscribe, that would be great and really help my channel. And I hope to catch you on the next one. Take care.